In this video, I'm going to talk to you about understanding your timeline for applying for a postgraduate work permit, gathering essential documents for a successful application, familiarizing yourself with PGWP requirements, identifying and addressing red flags in your application. Hi, my name is Jason and I help international students move to Canada with videos. So during a recent online consult with a client in Canada who recently graduated and was excited about pursuing a career in Canada after completing her studies, wanted to apply for a postgraduate work permit but was unsure how to begin. Sounds familiar? So as he went through the process, I thought, why not create a brief guide to help all of you make the most of your study abroad journey? So in today's video, we're diving into an essential topic, understanding your timeline for applying for a postgraduate work permit in Canada. This is a crucial piece of the puzzle, so let's break it down step by step. So picture this, you've just completed your classes and now it's time to embark on an exciting journey of your postgraduate employment in Canada. The clock is ticking, and if you're not careful, you might miss out on the opportunity to make the most of your Canadian education. So here's the deal. The Canadian government gives you a window of 180 days from the moment your classes finish to submit your postgraduate work permit application. Think of this as your last checkpoint. Now, beyond those 180 days, the door to applying could close. But that's not all. There's another critical milestone at the 90-day mark. Within these 90 days after your graduation, you have the chance to transition your status within Canada. So this is when you move from being a student to someone with a work permit, enabling you to start your professional journey in Canada. So here's the kicker. Once you graduate, your study status expires and you no longer are allowed to work in Canada. That's where the postgraduate work permit comes into play. So to keep the gears turning and to ensure you're able to work without interruptions, you need to act within this 90-day window. It's your opportunity to avoid gaps in your career journey. Now I know this might sound like a lot to take in, but fear not. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. So if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed or unsure about any aspect of this timeline, don't hesitate to reach out. Alright, so now let's take a deep dive into the essential documents that is your key to unlocking your postgraduate work permit. Think of them as your passport to a successful future in Canada's job market. So grab your pen and paper because we're breaking it step by step. First up, your passport. This document is your identity on the international stage. It's your ticket to studying, working, and thriving in Canada. Ensure your passport is valid and up to date. Next, let's talk about the digital photo. This might seem like a small detail, but it's important to get it right. Make sure it meets the specifications outlined by IRCC. A clear photo will present you in the best light possible. As you near the finish line of your studies, your school will also provide you with a letter of completion. This document is your proof that you've successfully completed your program. It's a testament to your hard work and dedication, and it's a must-have when applying for your postgraduate work permit. And finally, your final transcripts is like a report card for your academic journey. It should clearly state that you've met all the graduation requirements for your program. Visa officers will be looking for this statement, so ensure your transcript is accurate and complete. Each of these documents plays a crucial role in showcasing your eligibility and commitment. They're not just pieces of paper, they represent your achievements and aspirations. So your passport is your identity and your gateway to opportunities. A high-quality digital photo makes a strong first impression. The letter of completion proves you successfully completed your program. The final transcript confirms your graduation requirements are met. Invest time in preparing these documents thoroughly. They form the foundation of your postgraduate work permit. By having them ready and organized, you'll be well on your way to a successful start in Canada. Let's break down the key requirements for your postgraduate work permit in a way that's easy to understand and remember. These requirements are the cornerstone of your journey to a successful work permit application. Number 1, full-time study. First up, we have full-time study. To be eligible for your PGWP, you must have completed a full-time study program. This means you need to have to be enrolled as a full-time student throughout your academic journey. It's the foundation of your eligibility, showing your commitment to your education. Now let's talk about study duration. To qualify for a PGWP, you need to have studied in Canada for at least 8 months. If your program lasted 2 years or more, here's where things get exciting for you. You become eligible for a 3-year postgrad work permit. giving you ample of time to gain valuable work experience in Canada. Think of this as an added bonus. If you've successfully completed a study program that's 2 years or longer, you're in for the treat. A 3-year postgraduate work permit. That's an extra year to explore the Canadian job market, gain experience, and set yourself up for a brighter future. Now let's talk about your school. Your designated learning institution, or DLI, plays a crucial role. To qualify for a postgraduate work permit, your school must be postgraduate work permit eligible. How can you check? Simply search for DLI Canada, select your province, confirm if your school is listed. It's an important step to ensure you're on the right track. So, to sum it up, full-time study is the foundation of your eligibility. You need to have studied a minimum of 8 months. If your program was 2 years or more, you're eligible for a 3-year postgraduate work permit. Make sure your designated learning institution is Postgrad Work Permit eligible. By understanding and meeting these requirements, you're setting yourself up for a successful journey to obtaining a postgraduate work permit in Canada. Remember, if you ever need any clarification or guidance, feel free to reach out to me. Now, let's move on to the final steps of your journey. So, let's dive into some crucial insights to help you spot and address potential red flags, ensuring a smoother path to your postgraduate work permit application. One of the key red flags that might raise eyebrows is if you've ever been enrolled as a part-time student during your studies. This can impact your eligibility for a postgrad work permit. For instance, I recently spoke with a student who invested over 180,000 Canadian dollars into his Canadian education, only to be denied a work permit due to his part-time studies. It's essential to maintain a full-time status throughout your academic journey to avoid this pitfall. Taking an unscheduled break from your studies can also trigger a red flag. If you find yourself wanting to pause from your academic pursuits, make sure you follow the proper procedure and maintain your student status. Otherwise, you could jeopardize your chances of obtaining a postgrad work permit. During your studies, if you were working more than the allowable hours, especially outside scheduled academic breaks, it could raise concerns. While it's tempting to maximize your earnings, remember that exceeding the work hour limits set by IRCC might lead to a postgrad work permit refusal. By being aware of these potential red flags and taking necessary precautions, you'll be well equipped to present a strong and compelling postgrad work permit application. So it's crucial to remember that your postgrad work permit application is a pivotal step on your journey to success in Canada. By understanding and addressing potential red flags, you've increased your chances of a smooth application process and a positive outcome. So if you'd like to continue this conversation and would like to start your process of study in Canada, click on the link below to book a consult with me. I'll see you in the next video.